Okay guys, yep, I know. It's funny how when you say you're not going to do something, the first thing you do is go and do it. Ever since I said I was going to cut back in the waffle, when it's these last couple of weeks, I've thought I quite fancy doing one. So anyway, this is it. It is going to be a short one because there's not. I've only had one set of questions. Very quickly, well, can't not mention Mr. Trump. Like most people, I was shocked to say the least when I heard the news. I mean, I was obviously it was going on during the night here in the UK. I had my I kept waiting up, and I was checking the BBC sort of website, and you could see the wee kind of bar moving as soon as one of them got 270 elections, whatever it was called, seats. They were going to get in. I could see it slowly creeping up, and I says, like most, I was just flabbergasted that Donald Trump won. I mean, it is utterly bizarre. I'm not going to go into my thoughts about it because I don't really do politics. He probably wouldn't be my preferred option, but saying that, I'm not sure the other one was much better. But it's outrageous that the largest, most powerful nation in the world can end up with somebody who has got absolutely no experience at all running them. It's just crazy. So it is what it is. We've just got to go on with it. I mentioned a few weeks ago about the whole Cold War thing seemingly rearing its head now, but the only good thing that I can think of about the Donald Trump thing is he seems to be quite a similar animal to Putin. So hopefully they'll get on along just swimmingly. Apparently called King Yong, whatever his name is. What's the guy North Korean? He called him a bad dude. But that is what it is. America have just got to roll their sleeves up and do the best they can. For the next 4 years. Hopefully, he stands by his word and does make a difference. But anyway, that's that. That's enough of the politics side of things. What have I been doing? I actually had my first ultra run. Now, if anyone doesn't know what an ultra is, it's a race over 26 miles. I had an ultra last Saturday. Yeah, last Saturday I think it was. I actually completely forgot to mention it in last week's Friday Waffle. It's the furthest. It's 33 miles. It's the longest. When I say longest, it's the longest distance and time I've ran in over a year. So I was a wee bit hesitant going into it. Because you just never know what's going to happen. But I've got to say, I felt really, really good. My mate, Tommy, who I run with, he sadly had really bad cramp after about 17 miles. So he kept getting it, just couldn't get rid of it at all. So it wasn't particularly quick. But you know what, to be able to run 33 miles, I'll take that. I've got another big training run in a few weeks' time. But that's my running side of things. This week, what have I been doing? I've actually been I've been playing a lot of really old systems. It's funny, just before I forget, I see Monkey Spaz and Dean, Return to Gaming. They've picked up the PlayStation 4 Pro, and they've got 4K TVs. And yeah, they do look amazing, but it's funny how the more modern technology that I see, the less I'm kind of bothered about it. So I really do think I'm starting to, maybe if a 4K TV and a PlayStation 4 Pro was going to cost me 200 quid, I would probably go out there and buy them right away, but I don't have the kind of money to spend in that. And I think maybe because of that, I wouldn't say, yeah, I am possibly losing interest a wee bit. I still love my PS4 and my Xbox One, but as I say, as older I'm getting, I find I've got less interest in the more cutting edge technology. And if anything, I seem to be regressing back to my old systems. I mean, last week, one night I was playing my Mega Drive, I was playing my SNES, I was playing the Spectrum, I was even playing my BBC, which I very, very rarely play. Now, I'll tell you one thing that annoys me about the BBC, it's sitting over there, is you can't adjust the volume on the thing. It's got a built-in speaker and it is bloody loud. It is so loud. If anyone knows a way to permanently adjust the volume, let me know. But I dare say if I was clever enough, I could probably put in some kind of volume control, but I'm not clever enough. So what I've actually got, I've actually had to put gaffer tape, I've put bits of paper over the speaker and some gaffer tape to try and muffle it because it's just so loud, which is bizarre. You'd think a little beeper type speaker thing wouldn't be loud enough, but it's just way too loud. But yeah, I've been having great fun playing all these old systems. Been really good. So that's what I've been doing game wise. Now I did post on Facebook. My rather lovely mate Mike came up with the goods once again. He kindly made me this, and it is a Donkey Kong controller. Now you're probably thinking, well, you've got other controllers like that, but what Mike's very cleverly done, it's got a 4-way restrictor plate in here, which means it doesn't recognise diagonals. It's only left and right, up and down. It is just gorgeous. It's a real thing of beauty. So what I'm going to do is this is the third joystick I've actually got from Mike. I'm going to do a video probably this weekend, just kind of showing these controllers off, you know, in all their sort of resplendent glory. Because if you want a decent controller, if you've not got the space for like a MAME cab or a bar top, anything like that, then getting yourself one of Mike's sticks is the next best thing, because you've got perfect arcade controls, you know, so you can play it on the PC with the really good controls, and it's the controls that always make the difference, you know, with these games. So yeah, got that. Just before I came out upstairs to record this, I picked up a couple of trolls. I'm going to call them trolls because they're getting a bit nasty. I put out what was it? They did what? Gremlin graphics, and it was the 16-bit years. Now, as anybody that watches my channel on a regular basis knows, I don't read instructions. I don't play any games for any length of time. Now, this particular video that I made, I looked at something like 20-30 games. So I play each game for two and a half minutes tops, and that is it. And I see what I think of it. Now, one of the games that I looked at was Lotus 3, and the very first track that I picked is a kind of space themed track, which I remember playing back in the day, and I wasn't keen in it. And what I said in my video was, I didn't think that I felt this was a step backwards, you know, to the first two Lotus games. And there's a chap, he got very animated and very hurt, telling me I should do my research and blah 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 blah, and you know, I need to read into, you know, I need to pay attention more and blah blah blah. And one of my other subscribers came in and sort of, you know, says don't worry about it too much. And then I noticed I've just had another comment from somebody else who interestingly seems to be a subscriber of this other guy, telling me, you know, basically slagging off me, slagging off you know, I should take criticism, blah 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 blah, and I should admit it that I've fucked it up. Now I know the first thing you say to anyone that makes a YouTube channel is don't feed the trolls. I mean, it's kind of a new thing for me. I've been quite lucky. I mean, I noticed I had a down thumber from my Friday Waffle. You know, I can live with a down thumber, but I've never had any problem with trolls in the past, or people being, I'm not going to call them trolls, but people just being nasty. So I've commented, and maybe I've wrongly commented. I should have probably just ignored it or even deleted the comment. But I'm not going to put up with people being insulting, either to myself or other people. I'm not going to put up with that. I mean, as I said to the guy, people who make YouTube videos, we do this for nothing. We don't charge for our time. We do it because, well, I do it because I enjoy it, and I like to think that other people enjoy it as well. And if somebody doesn't like what I do, then you know what, they can fuck off. And I seriously mean that. I've got no time for arseholes that are going to come on and start shouting the odds. As I said to the guy, it's only a game, it's only an opinion. If you want to see an in-depth review of a game, go and look somewhere else, because you won't find them on my channel. I'm like Steve Benway. I play a game straight off the bat. You know, when you're trying to make a video featuring 30 games, you're having to try and get through it as quickly as possible. You've got all the editing and that kind of stuff. So I don't know why I'm even mentioning this, but it does hack me off. I've been very lucky that I've not had an issue with trolls in the past. But I'll just see. I'll see what he comes back with. But aye, that's that. Question wise, let's see what have I got here. Now I've got to say the only series of questions that I can find here. I had a quick look on last week's Friday Waffle. Is Adam, Amiga old school? Thanks, Adam. Haven't followed the Wii U as it's Nintendo's. Hey, so they're not really bothered about the lifespan, blah blah blah. But 5 years is shocking. Let me see. He's just talking about the Facebook thing. What was your utility program you couldn't live without, not including Xcopy on any system? Do you still use it today? And if so, what for? Let me think. They probably, yeah. I mean, when I had an Amiga, like everybody, it was Xcopy. There was one on the ST. Was it Pro Copy? I think it was called. I used to use that. But I've got to say, my best loved and probably most used after Xcopy utility was Freeze Frame for the Commodore 64. The Freeze Frame was a cartridge which you plugged in the back of the computer. You loaded the game, whether it was for tape or whatever, and then you pressed a little red button, and what it would do is it'd come up with a save option. You could save it to disk, and it used to make it a kind of turbo loader as well. And the wonderful thing was it would write it onto a disc, and I think you could have something like five games per disc. So that was fantastic. I mean, it cost me I think about 40 quid back in 1985, which was a lot of money back then, but it was an absolutely wonderful piece of hardware. I mean, I bought hundreds and hundreds of games. Yeah, I did used to, in fact, did I copy? I think I did in the early days with my Commodore 64. I did do a fair bit of copying right at the very start. But then, no, I used to buy all my games. I mean, I used to buy tons and tons of games, you know, at least one a week. And what I used to do is I would buy it on tape and then I would copy it and put it on a disc, because obviously it's a lot easier and quicker to run it off disc. So yeah, I'd probably say Adam, my freeze frame cartridge for the Commodore 64. Wonderful bit of hardware. Do I use it now? No, I don't, because I've got all these games on another wonderful was it Ultimate cartridge? I can't remember exactly what it is. So let's have a look at part 2. What is the main utility program you use today, and how does it benefit you in your day-to-day world using technology? Utility program. I'm assuming you mean, well, as far as software goes, Adam. Bloody hell, what would I use? What was my most used utility on the PC? I mean, apart from some daft like Internet Explorer, or in my case Firefox. But the wife uses Internet Explorer, I prefer Firefox. Apart from something obvious like that, or my email, Outlook Express, I'd probably say it's Camtasia. That's what I use for making my videos. No, I did have a hooky copy of it, which I got about a year ago. But I actually now have an original. One of my mates, he was able to give me an original copy. It was one that he's got business, and he had an extra one floating about, so I've got an original of that. So Camtasia Studio 8 is what I use. So that's probably my most kind of used utility, out with all your kind of your common stuff like I says Internet Explorer and all the kind of gubbins like that. That'll be that one, Adam. And lastly, let's see. Now, Adam's referring here to say when he grew up in the early to mid 90s. God, you're making me feel old, Adam. Training shoes was a massive thing. You had Reebok pumps, Nike Air 180s or 180s, Jordan, Adidas, Torsian, LA Gear. Did you have a favourite trainer? I've got to say, Adam, I mean, obviously I'm quite a bit older than you. I was at school sort of, early 80s. Back then, there was very few training shoes. The ones that were like everybody wanted were Adidas, and it was they were called like Mamba and then Adidas Samba. I don't quite know what the difference was, but it's basically an Adidas training shoe and you had the wee black and white stripes. That's what everybody wanted. Now, sadly, I didn't get them. I mean, my mum and dad, although they both worked, they didn't have that much spare money. They had myself and my two sisters, to look after as well. So, despite me wanting them, I just never got them. I never actually got them. But I says back then it was, your cheapo training shoes or Adidas, and that was it. There was no such thing as Nike Air, and I mean, I don't even know. I'm guessing Nike did exist back then. But yeah, back then it was Adidas not Adidas pumps, Adidas Mambas or Sambas. Anyway guys, listen, that is it. I know it's probably the shortest waffle on record, but I did say I wasn't going to do any for a while. But please, thanks Adam for your questions, buddy. I do appreciate it. But if you want a waffle, please give me some stuff to talk about. I really do rely on you chaps to give me stuff. So, to finish off, it's Friday night. I've got a Chinese takeaway downstairs which I'm going to go and head and start on. Have a good weekend, and as usual, thank you very much for watching.